LennieNRonnie show. You know what? I'm going to apologise to everyone because last week, Lennie actually pointed it out to me because last week and the week before last and the week before last, I've been saying the Big Man podcast show. And I shouldn't really be saying that. I should be saying the LennieNRonnie show. So thank you for pointing out to me.
It's live. It's not a pod, is it?
Well, yeah, that's right. So you're right to say that. I mean, I did cuss you out to oblivion, didn't I? In my Jamaican style. But I thought, you know what? I was wrong, and I apologise for cussing you out and telling you that, you know, this and that, you're this and you're that. So I understand that.
What did you say to me, Ron?
But anyway, we don't want to go into that.
What did you say?
But it's too X-rated.
You cuss me out.
It's too X-rated. It's too X-rated. So
was that when you was on the floor begging me not, begging me not to beat you because I was reminding you of your father back when you was a kid?
My father never beat me because he never catch me, so I don't even know what you're talking about, man. He just
You know what, Ron?
I used to just run. He couldn't catch me, man.
As I told you before, Ron, he didn't need to run. Whatever room you went into, he went and rolled his roller, locked the door, and smiled at you and asked you how you're getting out of that room. Yeah? Well, at some stage you realised you was in a basement.
There was a situation when it was like that, yeah. But,
and I'm just guessing. Right, so can we...
Anyway, you know what? Sorry, you know what I needed to do? Sorry, I needed to introduce you.
Oh, right,
the big man himself, Lennie.
Right, but
sorry,
you keep telling me every week I'm only 5'4".
Well, yeah, but I would like to give you a bit of stature. I really like to give you a bit of stature, you know. I don't like to, even though you are short, I don't really want you to feel short. I want you to feel big. You know what I mean?
I feel really big now, Ron.
Yeah.
After you cussed me out last week, did you say it was last week you cussed me out?
Yeah, the X-rated cuss, but then I was really ignorant that day, and I thought myself...
Was I there when you was cussing me out?
Yeah.
Or was you practising in the mirror or something like that, what you were going to say
No, what had happened, I'd cussed out my manager at that time, and then what happened, I was in a bad mood, and then you come and told me about how I shouldn't be saying podcast. And I thought, so what a... And then I thought...
Right, you know what, Ron? You got some really good stories. I hope you finished all the stuff that you're meant to do for your boss.
Well, it's not a story, but I mean, I just cussed him out, and then obviously you came on it. But anyway, sorry, I did. So I introduced you, didn't I? We digressed. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you know what?
Tell me.
I could ask you how's your week, but I mean, we kind of know what our week was like, didn't we?
Oh, I don't know what your week was like. What was mine like? Tell me.
Hold on a sec. I'm going to give you a clue.
Go on.
I'm going to give you a clue.
Give me a clue. Please.
I'm dressed in black.
What does that mean? Why are you dressed in black? I just realised. Why are you dressed in black, Ron? What's up with you? You're doing burglaries, home invasions after.
Do you know what happened this week?
Hold on. Give me a second.
What significant event happened this week? What significant news story is dominating the news this week?
Oh, the Queen you're talking about.
The Queen, yeah.
So you're wearing a black T-shirt because the Queen died?
Well, yeah.
You're wearing a black T-shirt because the Queen died?
Well, you know what? I'm wearing a black T-shirt because I wanted to wear one, but as I was coming to the studio, I thought, oh yeah, that's appropriate.
So you didn't actually do it for the Queen. You just thought it fed in nicely.
And you know, but it was nice. But I mean, you're wearing a white T-shirt, which
what?
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Well,
that's
first
fine.
of all, Ron, I'm going to tell you that Sin, the head man, the main man, told me to stop.
Is he the main man?
Well, he says he is.
Okay.
I always see him running to the shop to get things for people, pack lunch and Chris and stuff. He said I should stop telling people that that we're streaming live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said stop doing that.
Why?
So I told him. That's why I said why. Because we are streaming live, and he said because you switch the cameras off so people can't see you. And I said, well, what's the problem? And he said because people are going to try to find where we're streaming, and they're not going to see us, and they're going to think there's something wrong with his studio or his technical abilities. And it's true, isn't it?
No. You know what?
That's what Sin said.
I'm going to flip it on the head. I'm going to say that's the mystery of us. That's that mystery.
Well, that's what I thought.
And people are going to think, oh, I want to know what these guys look like.
That's right. That's what I thought. But Sin told me to stop doing it, or he said he's going to stop paying you.
Oh, you know what, Sin? Sorry, yeah, I'm going to stop doing it then.
Right. Well,
do you get paid by Sin?
Just like the old days, Ron, you know who not to bite the hand that feeds you.
Do you get paid by Sin?
Do I get paid by Sin?
Yeah.
No,
God.
I don't get paid by Sin.
All right, he just gave me a pay rise as well. But anyway, we'll forget about that, all that stuff.
Right,
I can give you a bus fare home anyway, no problem.
Okay, I got Oyster card, Ron. I got Red Bus Rover.
Well, I'll give you some change to go and get some chicken and chips. There's a chicken and chip shop just down here, so while you're on the bus.
So anyone who's looking can see Ronnie's actually pointing at the door. And I don't know what he's pointing at because we're in the basement. So I don't know what's wrong with Ronnie.
But anyway, you know what? We should start off and have discussions about. You know what?
And we should do a GoFundMe page if you want chicken and chips on or something like that.
That's terrible. GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
I can afford
Let's
to buy you chicken
well, let's
chips.
just pretend you're a northerner. Let's do a GoFundMe page. Go on.
A northerner.
Yeah, go on. Let's
Oh,
move on.
my God.
We're digressing again, and
That's
we're told so
terrible.
many
That's
times
terrible.
not to digress.
That's terrible.
We're told every time.
Yeah.
We promise, ladies and gentlemen, anyone listening, we're not going to digress.
Yeah. He said that. He always told us that we digress.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Everyone told me. My
Yeah,
brother,
yeah, your
not
brother
even
did.
in another country on a beach in Antigua somewhere, tells me
Wow.
stick to a subject.
Wish I could do a show on the beach in Antigua. That would be brilliant. I love that.
If it was Jamaica, they'd nick your equipment. But
I wasn't
Antigua, I
saying,
think
why
that's
would they nick my equipment if I was in
Because
Jamaica? Well, you said Antigua.
Yeah, but
They wouldn't nick the equipment, but in
poverty.
Jamaica you would.
they're poverty-stricken and destitute, and they can
What
run
about
fast.
Antigua?
I don't know. I've never been Antigua. Oh yeah,
So
I have. I've
So
been
you're
to-
saying Jamaicans are poverty-stricken and they can run fast?
I said destitute as well. You missed that destitute.
Okay, right.
So can
okay.
we
Right.
digressed again?
Yeah,
We've
no,
done it
I
again.
just
We've
yeah,
done it
because I
again.
needed to just clarify a few things from what you say, because the
No.
comments you make.
No, I like. You know, I like Jamaica. I love the harder they come. I love UB40 and Boy
Yeah,
George. But
that's
we're
one of your favourite food.
We're
films.
digressing again.
But anyway, okay, right.
And we're digressing.
Okay,
And also,
okay.
I love 10cc and Dreadlock Holiday.
Oh, yeah. All right, okay. All right.
We need to stay on that subject, don't we?
Right, we do. Right, you know what?
Right, tell me.
Queen Elizabeth II
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
died on the September the 9th, 2022. At
cute.
approximately, well, I was told it was
Approximately.
approximately 3 o'clock, but I think apparently people are saying different things. Some people saying she died at the start of the week, and some people said she died last year. So I don't know what the situation.
Right,
All these
so
conspiracy theories
How's
about it.
how's Man United and Paul Pogba doing?
I'm not sure why you brought Paul Pogba in Man United
Oh,
when,
there's more. You can do more on
when
the Queen.
the Queen has just died. Yeah,
Right,
I'm going
okay.
to tell you. Yeah.
Right, okay, sorry. I
Right.
apologise for interrupting the Queen's speech.
Right. The reason why I'm actually obviously
Right.
the Queen has died, but anyway,
Right.
there were some comments made by various people
Okay.
since she died, and
I'm
one of
all
the
ears.
comments was quite a highlight was a former footballer, Trevor Sinclair.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need to tell you, I'm Lenny, that my opinion is not the opinion held by whoever owns this. What's the name of this radio station, Ron?
London Hot Radio.
Yeah, my view is not the same view that's held by anyone who owns this place or runs this place,
Yeah.
and I haven't even got the same view as
London Hot Radio.
Yeah,
I'm responsible for what comes out of our mouths.
Thank you for telling me that, Linda, because you definitely haven't got the same view as me. Anyway, I mean, I'm wearing black and I'm being respectful. But anyway, former footballer Trevor Sinclair posted a tweet stating that black and brown people shouldn't mourn the Queen's death.
Here we go.
He said
Buckle up.
racism was outlawed in the 60s and it's still prevalent in today's society. And what has the Queen done to actually eradicate this problem? Was Trevor right in what he was saying? Or was he wrong?
Fifi,
Or was it inappropriate or ill-timed? What do you think?
Fifi Berry in Oxford. Here we go.
What do you think, Lenny?
Well, first of all, no matter what Trevor says,
Yeah.
he's allowed his opinion.
Yeah.
Where are we living in? Where are we living exactly? He's allowed his opinion. Surely.
Yeah.
I thought I thought England was meant to be this great place, the greatest city, and we can do.
Democracy.
Yeah. How, he's allowed his opinion.
Mhm.
So whether you agree with his opinion or you don't agree with his opinion, he's allowed it, and it gets even worse because what he said is a fair comment.
And what do you mean fair comment? What do you
He
mean by
said-
that?
What was the exact quote?
Well, his quote was that he
Go on.
said racism was outlawed in the 60s
Yeah, it's true.
and it's still prevalent in today's society.
That's true.
And what has the Queen done to eradicate
Every
it?
single thing you've said is the truth. It was outlawed. There's bits of paper that say it was outlawed in the 60s. What has the Queen done? What did he do? Everything he said is factual. It's on the internet. What did he do, this man?
Well, that's true. I mean, it's a cancel culture society, isn't it?
Okay, well, let's
mean,
think of this. Everyone who's going to be annoyed with me, but I have to bang on about this. I'm still watching Dam Busters.
Careful.
Yeah, I'm
Careful.
still watching Dam Busters, and I'm still hearing that dog
Careful.
come here,
Yeah.
nigger. I'm still hearing it. I wonder if the Queen watched it. I wonder if she sat down with the corgis and watched it while she was stroking the
Well, I
corgis.
would probably guess that she likes the damn bosses because
Well,
it brings back great memories
so,
of the
I mean,
the war.
Trevor Sinclair's allowed his opinion.
Well,
He's allowed his opinion.
Well, I think Trevor Sinclair,
And go on.
because one of the questions I asked was it ill-timed?
That yes, he could be blamed for that.
Mm.
But okay, Trevor Sinclair said that. When did they take off the TV, Ron? The black and white minstrel show.
Well, you'll have to ask Lennie Henry that, because
Right,
he
okay,
hosted
yeah. Well, Lennie Henry, well, I don't know what to say, Len. You've got, well, he's apologised.
He's a young man then.
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
apologised. When did they take Love Thy Neighbour or Mind Your Language off the TV? They were just being disgusting towards people of colour.
Yeah.
And it was the norm. All the white people used to go to the pub. They used to all go to the pub, 5 generations of them. The granddad, the great-granddad, the niece, the nephews. There's about 30 of them in there doing My Old Man's a Dustman, Knees Up Lambeth Walk and all that stuff, all making black jokes. It was the norm. Even the barman was joining in. And... Right.
Careful.
I'm going to take a deep breath
Just
here.
drink some water.
Trevor Sinclair
Yeah.
is allowed his opinion.
Yeah.
It was ill-timed. It was ill-timed. Everything he said is factually correct. It's in history books. It is correct. Racism was outlawed. What did the Queen do? It's all correct. I've taken a little bit of umbrage to them cancelling him because he's allowed.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've... In fact, yeah, I do agree with something.
Yeah.
We don't have to. You know, when I read about the Queen, one of the things the papers brag, they actually brag this. I think they're just there to make my head explode. She's the head of the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Do they know what the Commonwealth is, Ron?
I mean, actually, what can you explain the word Commonwealth?
Well, I can tell you something. The 56 countries out of the 56, I think 52 of them were countries that, I'm going to put this nicely.
Careful.
52 of the countries were invaded, destroyed, annexed, colonised, raped. What's the word you're
Pillage.
Yeah, pillaged. 52 of the 56 countries were destroyed by the English. The other 4, this gets better. The other 4, because there's 56 countries in and if you're watching this, I'm just have I got anything in front of me?
No. You're from your head. You're a learned man.
52 of those countries, 52, were colonised and decimated by the English, and the other 4, to make it up to 56, were colonised and decimated, Ron, by other European countries, as in, yeah, it's true, as in Portugal, France, and Spain. They decimated the other 4 countries that contribute, that make up the...
So is that what the word Commonwealth means?
Yeah,
then?
well, where was it common?
The others are not wealthy, but the English and the other...
Ron, I've got a question for you. How do you think the French paid for the Eiffel Tower? I'll give you a clue. They didn't have cleaning jobs and they weren't working as janitors. How
Didn't
do you
have
think?
no wages. No wages were paid.
Where do you think? Have you never read what they done to Haiti?
Yeah.
Have you never read that?
Yes, yeah.
And what about the Belgians?
I saw the documentary.
You know what, Ron? We're digressing.
No. You're right.
You're just going to annoy me.
No, you're right.
The Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Who was it common for?
Yeah, I mean,
who was it common for?
What you're saying is what Trevor
Factually.
Sinclair was saying, but you're backing it with facts of
Yeah,
the past.
I love to read. I love to read, and I'm saying to you, the Commonwealth. Anyone who's listening to this, look up the word common, and you'll see the wealth went to one place.
Yes, that's what I'm
it
saying.
wasn't common.
So when you say
it
Commonwealth,
it was flowing in one direction
Yeah.
only. And to prove, no, you see, right, the Queen, as far as I'm concerned, is a mother, and she's okay. She's nice. She's not done nothing wrong. She didn't ask to be born where she was. She didn't ask for them parents.
would you?
Unfortunately, she was born to who she was born to,
Yeah.
and her great-great-great-grandparents were disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So I feel bad because she's a mother, a grandmother, and she's a woman, and everyone who dies at any stage, anyhow, has got people that are
But
going to
can I
mourn
put
for
it
them.
to you that maybe all the decisions are made by the English government? The Queen knows about it.
She has got a philosophy to stay out of politics, hasn't she?
Yeah, but the
So
thing
a
is,
million%, she's a very, 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 very smart woman.
right? But she is the head of state.
Yeah, that's right. But
So
again,
anything what decisions made does go through her.
no, well, I don't know if
I
they-
mean, I'm not saying
No.
that she makes the decision,
I'm
but she
saying-
will know about it.
She will know about
Yeah.
it, but she'll also have people telling her, Your Majesty, do
Yeah,
not
yeah.
get involved in
Yeah.
this. And she just goes off with her corgis and does
Yeah, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
she does.
Yeah.
She
Which is-
might know of it,
Yeah.
but they're telling her not to get involved in it.
yeah.
And as I said before, she was a classy lady who's learned how to keep her mouth shut
Yeah.
on really, really important decisions, so she wouldn't get dragged
Well, to be
into
honest
it.
with you, the Queen, from what I can gather, wasn't really supposed to rule this country because you had the uncle who abdicated, didn't become king. You had a dad who died early. So basically, she
Right, so-
accidentally
Yeah.
got on
Again,
the
what
throne.
I'm saying is,
So she wasn't prepared for it.
that's right.
Yeah.
She didn't ask to get
Yeah.
that. She
Right.
did not ask to be
Yeah, yeah.
the head of all this stuff.
Mm.
She didn't know that she was gonna. But I mean, as I said, I like her. I like Harry and who's the other one?
Oh, William.
Yeah, I like them two. I think them two are cool people. I know that Harry was talking. That is a black man at Sandringham, and he was calling him Sambo or Gollywog, and
I'm
he
sure
just,
he wore a swastika suit one time.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He was doing all that stuff, and all of a sudden he's found the darkness, the black side, and now he's well. I think he's learned a lesson, and he should
Yeah.
be suitably embarrassed. But hopefully he will learn from it, and he's going to spread that to millions and millions of people.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Queen is a woman. She's died. She's got children. People are going to mourn for her. She never asked to be in that position. She kept her mouth shut. What do they say in Black Lives Matter? Silence is compliance.
Yes.
But she's the head of. So anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sad she's dead for sure. But she was the head of the Commonwealth, and the Commonwealth means
Yes.
all the money from any country that English slaughtered goes to her and her family first. They get
Yeah.
the lion's share, then everyone else can share the scraps.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. So Trevor Sinclair, I feel bad for you. You're allowed your opinion. You are allowed your opinion, and no one can take it from you. We're meant to have, what is it,
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, we're meant to.
I mean, he's given what the paper called a grovelling apology, which I think was,
Grovelling.
I shouldn't have said that,
was
but
a-
that's a grovelling
hold on,
apology.
you see whatever paper said that. You know what they should What's the name? Who's the name of that cricketer man? That's the cricketer man, Ron, who said he's going to make the West Indies cricket team grovel.
I remember that. Tony Gregg.
Yeah, well, whatever radio station said that he'd given a grovelling apology.
Saw it Reddit.
Yeah, well, you sound like Tony Gregg when he said "make 'em grovel, make 'em grovel." We all know what happened
Yeah.
when the English cricket team was going to make the West Indian cricket team grovel.
Yeah.
Well, they got beaten like I don't know. What did they get beaten like, Ron? I'm just
Well,
trying to think. Like
I don't know. A Hebrew slave?
Well,
I don't know.
I was going to say a second-hand donkey, but a Hebrew slave is just as good.
I don't know.
They got beaten, Ron, like a Hebrew slave who owned a second-hand donkey.
Or they got beaten like when my dad catched me.
Your dad didn't catch you, sir.
But he did one time when I was in the room. He did catch me when he locked the door. So he did catch me, he did.
Your dad,
I'm going to admit that.
Your dad had all his work stuff and everything ready with you in that room. He was waiting for you, Ron. You got up at 4 a.m. to sneak over your dad. Your dad was still lighting his cigarette and waiting for you. He was waiting for you, Ron. Yeah. Your dad beat you like one of the drummers from Shuadi Waddy. Shuadi Waddy had 2 drummers. Your dad beat you like one of them as a black one.
Well, yeah. You know, it reminded me of. Sorry, I know we got digressing, but do you remember House Party at the end of House Party, the
I
first
love
House
House
Party,
Party.
the very first one, when he's going back into the house and he's sneaking into the room and going into his bedroom.
And
do you remember?
His dad
yeah,
his dad cuts everyone.
he can't see his dad at the moment, so everything's cool. He thinks, yeah, I've got myself in the bed. As soon as he goes into the bed, dad turns on the light, and that's it. All you hear is slaps and from the belt, and all that. So yeah.
I would like to share stories about getting beaten by my dad with you, but I haven't got any, so I can't tell you anything like that.
But yeah, obviously you've got stories about your mum beating you. Yeah.
My mum beat me so much I can still feel it now. I won't even wear a belt now, Ron, because I get traumatic memories.
Well, just like what Muhammad Ali says, sometimes when he gets hit, he can feel it from his ancestors as well. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know.
Trevor Sinclair, I mean, I feel bad for you, Trev. I understand you're in the public eye and you've got to feed your kids or whatever, and you've got to do. I don't imagine for 1 second you did do a grovelling apology, but it's the correct thing to do. It's the correct thing to do, isn't it? And if you think, Trev, think about this. What I'm going to say to you now. Ashley Banjo and Diversity, they got 20,000 complaints, and all they did was take to the knee. You said one sentence and you got cut. So such is life.
I think Trevor should know better because of the industry he's in and the cancel culture what's going around. He should have sort of like thought about it before he done that.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit emotional about it. I don't know, but
Trevor, you a road man? Are you road man? Do you wear like 110s like we do? Yeah, he's got to be a road man.
I don't think Trevor's a road man.
He did.
Actually, Trevor's from the north, you know.
No, he was born in Dulwich.
No, he's a northerner.
No,
I'm telling you, Trevor.
I think that he's
Streamers, can you
hold
put me
on,
straight on this?
Hold on. I think that he was born in Dulwich. His dad was a Jamaican, and then he went up north with his mother.
All right. Well,
That's
all
what
I know
think.
is that he's a northern. He believes himself as a norther. He
Well,
sees himself
okay,
as a northerner.
if you look at the teams he played for,
Yeah.
explain it to me.
Oh, that's all right.
No,
I mean,
but I'm
I know
asking
he played
you.
for QPR, played for West Ham.
And where are they?
They're
They're
in
not
London.
up north. They're not
Yeah.
up north, are they?
Yeah, but he started off at Blackpool.
Well,
Yeah,
you
he
know
started for
what?
Blackpool. But I don't. I mean, but I know he's a Northerner. You can even tell from his accent.
Well, you know
But,
what, Trev? I was bigging you up and protecting you, Trev. But if you're from North, you know what, Trev? I think we've got to rethink our
I don't think that should make a difference.
protection policy.
I don't think that should make a difference.
Is he dressed like a Northerner, Ron?
No, he's smartly dressed. I
Is he?
think.
Does,
Yeah,
well,
Trevor-
does he?
Trevor's
Did
dresses
you-
like an ex-footballer.
So he looks really like a person who's just won the pools, yeah? Like a person who's never had money before, with no class. Like a clown. Like a Ronald McDonald he dresses, like that.
You know what? He's gone from hero to zero to you.
No,
hasn't
well,
he?
you told me he's a
All of a
Northerner.
sudden,
You
he
told
was a
me
hero to you, and then now you're just
you told me he's a
cussing
Northerner.
this guy out.
Yeah.
You almost cussed him out like I cussed you when you told me
Yeah,
told
you
me
know
about
what,
the podcast.
I'm a
and
little
that.
bit scared. Ask Trevor if he wears big clown shoes like Ronald McDonald, all that kind of stuff. I like.
I shouldn't do that to Trevor.
Yeah, I like it. I
Trevor's-
said, well, he's factual. I would have been a lot happier if he stuck with his guns, you know. But you know, you are allowed your opinion, Trev, and good luck to you. All your future endeavours.
You know what? I'm just going to add on to that question about the Queen. Just a quick one. It's just wanted to see what you think about this one. It was like, I mean, she's obviously one of the world's richest individuals,
For sure.
and obviously a lot of her riches have come from questionable means.
Did you see about Nigeria this week, Ron, or last week?
What's that?
Nigerians have been asking for some stuff back for the last, 7 or 8 years?
Yeah.
And the British said they're going to send it back.
And
How big of them, Ron? How big of them?
Well, they haven't sent it back though.
Well, they're doing it now. They said they were doing their own investigations.
All right.
Who was
Okay.
doing that
So
then,
why
Ron?
can't they just do it through Amazon? Amazon are quite quick. Can they do it the next day delivery? Why can't they do it through them?
Well, the English government doing their investigation. You know what that reminds me of, Ron?
What's that?
It reminds me of the police investigating themselves when they shoot people. The policeman shoots someone dead, then they refer themselves to the independent complaints.
So that means I'm guessing that the British government stole.
No, anyway, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, 1 second, you are listening.
London Hot Radio.
Carry on.
I think I'm only guessing, but I'd guess that the Nigerian are saying that the British stole whatever they stole from them, and they're asking it back. Is that the case?
Yes.
So imagine if you go into somebody's house and steal something from them.
I know.
And you know that you stole it from them. Someone says, "Excuse me, Lenny, can you you know that thing what you took from me? I'm not saying that you stole it, mate, but I'm just saying that thing you took from
I
me.
like where you're going with this, Ron.
Can you? Is it possible to just?"
Yeah,
Give it back to me, please.
Of course, that's exactly how it is. But you know what, Ron? Ron, you know what? If you knew the chaos, think about the absolute chaos of the way that the British run things. It's chaotic.
Yeah.
Think about this for a second, Ron. Think about this. Margaret Thatcher said in late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s that she's gonna give land back that the British stole.
Yeah.
Yeah, she told Robert Mugabe that.
Yeah.
Robert Mugabe, you don't have to agree with him, you don't have to disagree
Yeah.
with him, but what he said in this situation is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So Robert Mugabe's asked for this land back,
Yeah.
and she said we're going to consider it. In
Yeah.
the, late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah.
Tony Blair came and said,
That's right. Yeah.
nah. You know,
Nah. We've got to think about that one. Nah.
Tony Blair said,
that-
are you mad? We stole that land fair and square, you ain't having it. That's what Tony Blair said. So then Robert Mugabe has gone over, Mozambique, wherever he is, wherever he is, he stole the land back off the white people, and everyone's up in arms. And I'm asking, how does people, Ron, tell me, how do people from Pembrokeshire, Scotland, end up owning millions and millions of acres of land 4,500, 5,000 miles away in a different country?
Well, I'm gonna put their point of view across. We did all that hard work. We got that land up to scratch. We farmland. It was making money for you guys.
Oh,
We was
yeah.
paying you guys to work on the farm.
Mammy. Go on, Uncle Tom.
So
Go on.
I'm just wondering why are you complaining?
Ron, you know who you remind
Why are
me
you
of?
complaining?
You know who you remind me of right now? You remind me of Samuel L. Jackson in Django. In Django, you look like
No,
Stephen. You remind me of Stephen. That's what you do.
The only time I remind you of Steve was at the end when he throws the cane.
Just now, when you was doing Devil's Advocate, you stood up. You looked like Samuel L. Jackson. You had all grey hair, and you was pointing your finger at me. What? So all I'm saying to you is this: English people. Well, in fact, you know what? Let's be fair about this. European people, period. Anyone listening to this, check me and abuse me to oblivion online. Check my facts. Europeans, period. Anywhere in Europe, they went somewhere and they were disgusting to people somewhere they should not have been.
Nah, we didn't do that. Nah.
No, of course you did. No, of course you didn't. You left Scotland, went to...
What are you talking about? Nah.
You left Scotland 6 months after you get to Scotland. It's, to get to Africa, it's called Rhodesia after the person who was there. What's his name? Rhodes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
And
Yeah.
then the English, the Europeans leave Europe, go to America.
Yeah.
1 year after they're there.
Yeah.
What happened to the Indians? From where are the Indians?
Nah, we gave him a good place to live.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's do 300 years before that.
Yeah.
We've got the English people.
Oh.
No, 300 years after, we've got the English people going to Australia.
Yeah.
And what did they do to the Aborigines, Ron?
God.
Go on, tell me.
John Pilger. Well, I remember I seen a John Pilger documentary. Oh my God, they did some terrible things to the Aborigines.
Go on.
Terrible things. I don't even want to go
Yeah, but you know
there.
what, Ron? Let's talk about. Listen,
I don't even want to go there.
All I'm saying is English. I'm just saying. Right, you know what, Ron? We're doing a mega rant here. Let's stop this right now.
Yeah.
We're not white people bashing because.
Who was white people bashing?
Well, Europeans. It wasn't blacks.
Yeah.
Blacks didn't.
I
leave.
never said anything about white.
Blacks didn't leave Scotland.
Yeah, but
blacks didn't leave Spain. Blacks
What I'm
didn't
saying,
leave Portugal.
I never said anything about actually
Okay,
European.
so
You said nothing about white.
Just to be clear, we're not. Obviously, everyone here knows that Ronnie's white,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm. and everyone knows,
And you're short and black.
Yeah, everyone knows Ronnie's white, and I'm half Welsh, so everyone knows that. Okay. So I'm just saying, the Queen didn't ask to be where she was, but it's what can she say? She's one woman. She's inherited what she's inherited, as you just pointed out. She wasn't meant to be queen. So yeah, I mean,
Well,
props to you for wearing a black T-shirt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't wear a black T-shirt to mourn the Queen's death. But she's dead. She didn't. She was just.
I accidentally wore the black T-shirt, but as I said, it was a good idea, wasn't it?
So I just want to let you know that Europeans. If you live anywhere in Europe, it's likely that your ancestors were no good and disgusting. And if you think about it, if you think about it really carefully, what I'm about to say, if you live in Europe, it's no doubt your ancestors were disgusting. And if you think about this, here it comes. So, your mum and dad were taught by their mum and dad, who were taught by their mum and dad, who were taught by their mum and dad. So at some stage, you are going to come to, guess what? The people that had slaves. So you are actually taught, it's in your DNA. So I know lots of people are saying we would never do that, and I'm sure you wouldn't, but just know that that's where you're from, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
That's food for thought.
That's just how it is, unfortunately. Why do you know when you get a dog and you get a pedigree dog, the dog has, and then the dog has more, and then them dogs have more? It's still, that's the lineage, isn't it? It's the lineage, and that's
And
where it is.
even that, your hero, Bernard Manning.
I love
What did he
Bernard.
say?
Bernard Manning's most famous joke to me, these Sambos, these gollywogs, they make me laugh, they make me laugh. I said, they make me laugh. They come to our country and they say they're English. They come to our country and they say, they say that we're Englishmen, they're English, don't make me laugh. He says, if you put a dog in a horse box, is it a horse? It's the truth.
What?
It's the truth, he said it.
Well, you know what?
Bernard Manning said it.
I
didn't
don't
say
like
it.
to laugh at Bernard Manning, but that was a funny
It's a
joke.
funny joke. Put it this way, it's so funny, my dad smiled.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, when he had the joke, my dad smiled.
Okay, right. God, we spoke for nearly half an hour.
I did tell you.
Oh my God.
So,
You know what? Congratulate myself again. Congratulate myself again. And you, sorry, and you, but I'm getting paid, aren't I? You're not getting paid.
London Hot Radio.
Oh, right. So, I mean, we can still. Do you want to carry on a bit more, Lenny? And I don't know if Trixie, can we carry on a bit more? Oh, Trixie's the manager. She's the manager.
okay, well, okay.
I
Ron,
think Trixie runs this place. I don't think Cinnamon does. You know what? Get Cinnamon to get some takeaways for us.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
This
even
is the
mention it.
manager. Trixie's the manager.
Right, so we were going to.
Right,
let's-
you want to-
We've apologised about. Yeah, as we've said, ladies and gentlemen, the Queen. I think it's sad. Lenny, I think it's sad. Trevor Sinclair, I think he's allowed his opinion, and I think they were too harsh on him, especially as the abuse that we have to suffer on a daily basis.
Right, I want to ask you a question.
Go on then.
Right, Queen. All right,
about
and just one more thing about the Queen.
Go on then.
Obviously, you know, obviously what I said to you, she's the richest, one of the most richest person in the world. Obviously, her riches come from by questionable means. Okay.
Go on, I'm listening.
But what I wanted to ask you is that, do you think that money can bring you happiness?
No. It can't bring you happiness.
What can it do?
it can only enhance or amplify whatever you feel already, whatever's been drummed into you in formative years. So, i.e., if you are a really disgusting and nasty person, if you get money, then you just become nastier and more disgusting. If you're a nasty and disgusting person and you get
So it's not
drunk,
worth getting money then.
if you get drunk, then you become more aggressive and more nasty.
Oh,
if
God.
you're a nice person, a nice or a happy drunk, as my daughter would say, if you're a happy drunk or you're a nice person,
Yeah.
if you get money or you get drunk, you get happier and funnier. So I think that money is only going to enhance what you have already. That's all it's going to do.
Do you think that money can sort of cloud your judgment?
Oh, well,
For example,
for sure.
I don't know, people throwing money at a situation, or maybe being surrounded by yes people. Do you think that could happen?
1,000,000%, a million percent. That's exactly what happens. But when you are loaded,
Yeah.
the most prudent thing you can do is surround yourself with people who will not agree with you,
Yeah.
and who will do battle with you for every definition. And for the most part, I think people like Boris Johnson, that's what they've got. Ultimately, it's on you, but you have got people that can change your mind by degrees with maths, science, and evidence. You need people around you who are going to cuss you out and tell you about your mum and your dad.
Yeah, keep it real.
Yeah, that's right, but not many people have that.
Yeah.
Not many people
But
have
I've
that.
noticed that when you get certain, I mean, not all, I mean, I've seen certain individuals, like, say, footballers, for example, where they surround themselves with their family. Now, that can be a problem sometimes, but on most occasions, it can be a good thing.
well-
Because if you, especially if you've got your mum around you, or your dad, or your brother.
Footballers are law unto themselves, because most footballers are coming from the street, and you know, you would have had a lot of friends who would have looked after you, looked out for them. They would have looked out for you.
Yeah.
So you got to be kind of careful. I mean, Kobe Bryant, I think Kobe got it spot on.
Yeah.
When he made the big time, he gave his family money. He got fed up of it, and then he said he's going to do it one more time. So they got to think carefully.
Okay.
And then his sister decided to put themselves through college or university. You know, so he did. Do you remember the old?
I didn't know
adage?
about that. I didn't know
Yeah,
anything
the old
about that.
adage is teach a person how to fish, and they can feed themselves. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just give them a fish, then you're going to have to keep doing that.
So that's what he did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
So
that's good.
he was just sick of always people gouging him for money.
Yeah.
So he, you know, rightfully, you can't just keep. And at what stage, Ron? At what stage are you going to start thinking you're giving your brother, your sister, you're giving someone money? At what stage do you start losing respect for them people, especially if they're young or older than you? When do you
Yeah.
start losing respect and thinking, oh, they just come to ponce me out, they're just coming to beg? And to me,
Yeah.
what you're going to get fed up with these people quick time.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Quick time.
Yeah, that's
So money does cloud your judgment, and
Yeah.
money does 1,000,000% change you.
And it's, I mean, the reason why I basically asked that question was because of the Queen, and I think with the Queen, it's almost like she lives in a bubble.
Yeah, I think
And-
that she's used to it.
Yeah.
I think that she's used to it. That's the norm for her. And I think she was probably grounded, and she probably had some of the best advisors
Yeah.
that money could buy, even though ultimately she could easily say off with your head easily and just vanish these people. But I think that she would have been a great listener.
Yeah, I wonder if she had a really close friend. I wonder if she had somebody who's really close to her. Someone she could. I mean, obviously that person must be dead by now, but it'd be interesting if she had somebody who she could sort of like fall back on.
Yeah, I think she was the real deal. I think she had poise and she had dignity, and through all sorts of crazy things. But you know, it doesn't negate or mitigate where her ancestors got their money from, and where it doesn't. But such is life.
I mean, at the end of the day, all right, you can say the Queen, but the Queen could mean a lot of things. Could mean the institution which she was head of. It's not her as an individual. But she is the Queen.
Yeah,
but it's about the institution.
They keep saying, what do they keep saying? The head of the Commonwealth.
Yeah, head of the state. Head of the state. Yeah.
So I mean, it sounds a bit strange singing a song.
Yeah.
God save our gracious Queen, the head of the state that destroyed, pillaged, and countries that our ancestors come from.
Yeah.
And left them poor, enslaved them, and wiped them out. God save.
Yeah.
It's bizarre to say it, but ultimately that is what you would be saying.
It's funny. I was looking. I was watching a program. It must have been on Friday, the morning after, and this guy was on it. I think I don't know what his name was, but he's got his familiar face. He was a journalist. He was a black guy. His heritage is Jamaican. He's got his Jamaican heritage, and the thing what he said,
I'm
which
listening.
did make me laugh. He said, and Jamaica's lost its queen. And I was thinking, I wonder what
Gordon Bennett.
Jamaica's thinking of. You must be deluded by saying that.
But you know what? I think that you've omitted something quite important. When he said, I think that he was probably referring to Dancehall Queen, wasn't he? That film, that famous Jamaican film?
I'm sure he wasn't into that.
Because she must be old by now, surely.
But the thing is with the Caribbean countries, a lot of the Caribbean countries are...
One second. I want to say hello to a special person in Platt. She's as miserable as sin, but I want to say hello to her. So, hi, you know who you are. Croft.
Oh, wow, okay, that was a coded message, that was. Coded message, yeah, okay.
Go on, I'm on.
Right, what I was going to say to you, yeah, you threw me off there.
Well, I didn't mean to throw you anyway.
Yeah, you threw me off, you totally threw me off with that one.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Oh no, the cinema's there.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Don't get paid, so
Oh my God, man! You're not gonna pay me. You're not even paying him, but you're not. Oh my God.
Don't make...
to the British government.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've got to sign on after the show.
Both of us are gonna take buses home then.
Speak to Russia.
Oh wow, Sin's on form today.
Oh my God.
Sin's on form
Oh my
today.
God.
I guess he got his universal credit money today,
I
Ron.
thought you were gonna say gyro again.
Yeah, no, I don't think Sin knows what a gyro is.
All right. All right. Okay.
Oh, I'm all ears.
If I got a gyro, do you think I'd be standing here with you guys?
Oh my
wow, look at
God.
his face. Wow, look how aggressive he is.
Wow.
Look how aggressive he is.
Oh wow.
Oh, Ron.
This guy
Ron,
is
you know
on
what?
form.
Ron, tell Sin not to hit me again.
Oh right, yeah. Don't do that again. This is not the time to hit people.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, you know what I'm gonna do?
Tell me what you're gonna do.
I'm going to have another discussion on another subject.
About what?
It's a touchy subject. It's about more money, more problems.
Oh, you mean like the Notorious B.I.G.?
Well, yeah, it's that song you can think about. But the thing is, what it is, I mean, it's just a story I saw, and I just thought maybe it's something you may have an opinion on. A 31-year-old woman is planning to marry a 67-year-old man after he brought her a £340,000 house.
Ron, hold on. Before you carry on, Ron, can you see what that says? Someone there has said...
Yeah, your mum.
You said, Lenny, your mum.
Who's that?
That's Charmer. That's the Charmer.
Who said that? That's like I remember they used to remember that at school. When somebody say your mum, and I think...
I don't know. Well,
you remember when at school when they used to say that to you?
That's what
and you used to cry, didn't you, when they said that?
No, that's why my tongue is so sharp, because someone's just told me, your mum, okay?
Oh, right.
Charmer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, carry on now.
Back to school. All right, yeah. So anyway, a 31-year-old woman is planning to marry a 67-year-old man.
Yes.
After he bought her a £340,000 house and a £40,000 car.
All I can say is go lady if I could find a woman that's going to buy me that stuff.
Okay.
I'd be with her quicker than... well, what can I say, Ron?
But let me just give you the backstory to this. Back in April 2017, and this young lady who lives in America, she's from Atlanta, was tired of the drama. Now, what she meant by that is that she was dating a lot of younger men or men of her age, and they were just no good.
Can I just interject? Sorry, Fifi, in Oxford, we had to do it. Sorry, we had to do it. You were unanimously outvoted. I'm really sorry, but we'll try to make it as pleasant as possible.
You didn't need to apologise. That's very nice of you. Very nice of you to apologise. Oh, okay. Oh, that's very nice.
Just carry on with it.
Very nice. Very nice. That's very nice. I'm
London Hot
actually
Radio.
impressed that you did that. You apologised to Fofo.
You're going to get me down in a second.
I'm really impressed that you apologised to Fofo. I really am.
I've just thought of when I said...
Right.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So anyway,
I'm all
she's tired of the drama of dating younger men or men of her age. She wrote a post on Facebook saying that she was looking for someone older, and maybe over 50s, who can help her financially and to help her have to feel stable and secure in her life. Right? So this man, I'm not going to name him, but he was 62 at the time. He said he got in touch with this young lady.
Go on.
And while she was unsure at first about him, she decided to give him a chance.
Let me
Well, let me just tell you. Let me just finish it off, and then you can make a comment.
Go on.
The couple went on regular dates and shopping. All right, James. Oh, I said the name really.
Isn't it from the paper?
Yeah, it's all right.
So what you say, it's from
Yeah,
the
it's
paper,
true.
You're
That's
quoting,
true.
You're quoting. It's fine. You can quote away.
Would send me money even when he was away.
Yeah. Go on.
Even when she was away, when he was away, he still send her money. Right.
Go on. So what's
The question is,
Go on.
do men in their 50s and 60s have to accept that if they want a younger woman, it's all about what's in your pocket and what's in your pants or your head? Now, obviously, all men would like to believe a woman is attracted to him because of his mojo. So, what do you think?
Well, gold digging is not new. You can go
That's
back
true.
to royalty. I'm not going to go back to, but if anyone who knows about queens and stuff knows that yeah. So we're not going to go on to that.
Mhm.
Yeah, women have been doing. I mean, what's the age difference between Catherine Zeta-Jones,
Mhm.
Celine Dion, and Penny Lancaster and their partners?
I think the problem with that one is that they're all celebrities, so they've got a bit of money to spare. But I'm talking about somebody.
and fame. But if they've got money to spare, they've got money to spare on.
No,
I mean,
I'm talking about somebody who's maybe. She's saying she wants someone to help her financially, keep her secure. Somebody like a regular woman from around the block.
I think
Jenny from around the block.
I think that most women want to be looked after in some way or another. Obviously, I can get cussed out. Who cares? It's true. They want to be looked after. They want to walk in front of you and
Wiggle their ass?
Well, they can do that if they want. I ain't looking.
And shake their boobies.
I'm thinking to myself, why didn't this woman cream her feet or the back of her neck or something? Why is her weave shaking or something like that? She can walk in front of me if she wants to.
Well, you should be saying, "Hey, baby."
No, I'm going to say to her, you're going to pay the bill. You're walking so good and fast. Are you paying the bill? So what I'm going to say to you is that, yeah, women and men, they do this. They do this. They want to be looked after, and especially now with this culture of, in January the 1st, you're a receptionist. February the 2nd, you're an X Factor. March the 3rd, you've got to release the #1 Christmas, and then the 5th of April, you're suicidal now because things ain't going your way. It's this culture. So I used to joke when I used to go to my gym. Obviously, I'm twice the age of everyone else I was going.
Can I ask you a question? What did you used to do in the gym?
Uh,
I'm just curious.
Play squash. I used to play squash. You've been funny, are you?
No, I'm just sorry. I've changed the subject a little bit, but I just remember going to the gym once with you,
I used to play squash.
and we went on one of the machines, and I was asking you how does it work? 'Cause I didn't know.
That was funny.
And you said you don't know, and I think, hold on a second, you've been in this gym for quite a while.
You know what, Ron?
Anyway, sorry to cut
hold on.
you.
You just reminded me. I was in the gym once.
Yeah.
And this really, really, really nice old white man came up to me. I say that because guess what? He was old and he was white. So I say that. He came up to me and he whispered, he sort of sidled up to me like we was doing some sort of underhand deal. He said to me, "Excuse me, young man." So I said, "Yeah, what can I help you?" Because he's a really nice old man, really polite. Yeah. He said, you look like you really know what you're doing." He said, how does this machine work? I said, "I don't know, mine's not on." And he looked at it and we was crying with laughter because mine wasn't on either. I said, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to do it. So and even if I see that man now,
You still laugh?
Yeah, I still laugh with him. We laugh. I don't know how to do the machine one. I've got no idea how to do it.
I was just curious because I remember that happening once. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
What I was going to say to you is this.
Sorry.
So I go to a particular gym, and I was going to this gym for a couple of years, off and on. I don't even know why I was bothering. I mean, I still go there now, and I was talking to my son and his friends, and I was telling them that I could get a woman quicker than them, and they were telling me about stomach muscles. And I was saying, let's try it. I said, let's try it. Let's make a bet. I can get a woman quicker than any of you lot, and I won't even take off my shirt or anything. And I said, let's try it. Let's all go to the West End. Everyone who wants to take part in the bet, we all put £1,000 each.
Did they?
We go to the West End. You lot choose a place. We got to go to a place that none of us know, and we got to walk in. They didn't take me up on a bet, but I was confident I could. And the reason I was so confident
Well, why didn't they take you up on a bet?
because they knew they were going to lose.
But I think maybe it's because of that £1,000.
No, but I tell you what, that could be.
Yeah,
that
could have been the thing.
You know what I said to them? I'd loan them the £1,000 to
All
do
right,
the bet.
okay.
But you know what the reason was?
What?
Because I've got credit cards.
Okay.
And I know that when I pulled it out at the table and tell them I want 3 tables and I want every drink possible, someone will see it and hover towards me.
You know what? It's quite sad because I thought you were going to say I got charisma.
No, I haven't got charisma.
So
I haven't got charisma. I just
you got credit card. So you're saying that in order to get a woman, you need to.
No.
All right.
I'm
Tell
not
me now.
saying-
Can you explain? Clarity.
We're talking about women wanting men with money.
Right.
I'm saying to you, that's all you need. You can just
So charisma doesn't come into it.
not really. If you want a keeper, no.
If I've got a maxed out credit card and I've got charisma, don't you think I can get a woman?
No, I haven't got a maxed out credit card, and I've got bundles of charisma. I've got bundles of charisma, as all the ladies can hear. No, If you
What
want,
ladies?
If you want,
Oh,
it's
okay.
true. If
Okay.
you want, if you want a keeper, no.
Okay.
You'll meet her organically in Sainsbury's, Marks, wherever. You'll meet her, and the relationship will grow. If you see her at the bus stop, and it will grow. If she sees you in your car, Ron, you know, or she sees you wearing a nice watch, then the stage is already set, and she's probably not going to be a keeper.
So I'm just thinking. So what if you went? What if you went on a date?
Yeah,
A
go on.
first date with a woman.
Yeah,
you know?
I went on a first
she,
date.
You both were attracted to each other. It was nothing to do with money. Absolutely nothing.
Go
It
on.
was like maybe you had charisma. She had big boobies. I don't know. Anyway, so you went on a date.
She had big boobies.
I don't know. I'm just saying, or
Okay,
whatever.
go on, carry on.
But anyway, you went on a date.
Go on.
And you said at the end of the day, at the end of the meal, you had a meal in some restaurant somewhere, and you said, shall we go Dutch?
I said that.
Yeah.
Right.
Would that
what
be?
was
Would
the
that? No, I'm just saying. How do you think a woman would take that?
I don't think I would see her again. Most women, 99% of women, I would never see them again if I asked that question.
But I mean, some women might thinking, you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, but
We're both going on a date. I mean,
I've never met
Mhm.
a woman. Well, then again, you know what? I've got to be honest. I have met a woman quite recently that pays, but she's.
And what was she like?
No, hold on. She wasn't a date. She was just a really, really interesting person I came across. Really, really interesting person. And she opened my eyes to lots of tricks that women do. And then she said to me, "Have you ever been to a bar or something and a woman says that she's going to pay and pretends to get her purse and smiles?" And I was thinking about it, and I thought, that's the only kind of places I've been. I've not been anywhere else. She said,
Frustrated with finding the right mastering for your song to a professional commercial standard? New Balance Studios London, UK consists of a combination of great engineers and unique portfolio of vintage and state-of-the-art equipment. New Balance Studios are currently becoming a leader in audio mastering. We also give you 3 options of masters to choose from. So try us now from £70 onwards at www.newbalancestudios.com.
In Town Records and Playmakers Management present